Hello Informed Crows, I'm John from the Hot Informer, and today I'm going to be giving you my 2025 review of the My Bloody Valentine event at Pennhurst Asylum in Spring City, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to be telling you about my experience with the VIP pass and also the extreme intensity with the glow necklace. So I got to experience Pennhurst Asylum for their My Bloody Valentine event with my friends Howling Hans 365 and Shelly. It was a lot of fun. I really was happy I got to go through with friends. And it was an 18 plus event, and they were checking IDs, so no one under 18 was allowed into the event. And it was due to the raunchy behavior of the actors and the overall experience, where some of the actors would use profanity for their skit lines. So they wanted a more adult experience for this event. And also, they were doing the intense option where you could have the glow necklace for VIP holders. And you had to sign a waiver for that, and they could separate you from your group. And that actually did happen with my group, and it was a lot of fun. We definitely enjoyed it. I'll tell you about that in this video. So we got our VIP pass right here, and it has the name of the event on there, My Bloody Valentine. And it was a VIP pass, and you wore this with your lanyard there. You wore that the whole time for the event, and they made sure to check it every time. And at the very beginning, after you got to the ticket booth, after security, you went to the ticket booth and then you scanned your QR code and got your ticket. And then from there, there was a separate entrance for VIP and general admission. We went to the VIP one, and right after that, they let you into an area where you had to sign waivers and show your ID. They checked them, and when they checked them, they made sure you were obviously over 18 for the event, and also if you could drink at the event. So they gave you a wristband that said over 21 on it, and that made it so you could go into the speakeasies, because there was a speakeasy for the general admission audience and also for the VIP experience. There was two speakeasies for people to enjoy. So that was a lot of fun. Definitely fun. There was like a bar area for the VIP, the speakeasy, and also a bar area, drink area for the general admission. So definitely fun. They had an option for both, and I liked both of them. It was very cool. I definitely thought the VIP one was cooler and had more interesting photo ops in there. There was a special photo op of vampires and crazy killers in there from Original Sin Design. I have a picture of that in this video now. And there was also a special photo op you could do in there where it was a 360 picture / video you could do. I did that with Shelly. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, and they had it with like a soundtrack of like Valentine's Day theme music they put on there. You scan a QR code after you do it, after the camera goes around you and takes your picture / video there. And there was a themed scare actress there, totally in character for Valentine's Day, and she was great. So I really enjoyed that. That was really unique. Special photo op they had set up just for that event for VIP holders. They had a really pretty setup of a bar, and the bartenders were dressed up nice. The one had a vest on, and he looked like a vampire with red contact lenses in, so that was really neat. I was happy with that. So I really like that extra mile they went for this event to make it unique and special. The first attraction you go through is the administration building, the main Pennhurst Asylum building, and that's the one everyone knows. That was definitely my favorite of the night. It always is my favorite at Pennhurst. They always do such a good job in there. The larger-than-life sets and the animatronics from Unit 70, ranging from massive psychotic patients that are stabbing props and things, and other ones on different slabs and things. It's like insane. It's larger than life animatronics in there. At the very end, they had spider animatronics that were larger than life, growling at you with very loud sound effects, and doctors, and it was insane. It's always insane there. The actors are excellent. I love that there was a more whimsical, like upbeat vibe to all the attractions than usual. They changed the soundtrack for every single attraction. They mixed in different Valentine's Day love songs in there multiple times. They had different funny songs at points. One point they had Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down playing in the Stranger Things inspired scene, like the Hawkins lab. That was fun. Everyone was dancing with them. Shelly danced with them. Multiple scare actresses in that scene were saying it was couples dancing in the doll scene, and they were actually grabbing people and dancing with them. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. and they already can touch you lightly at Pennhurst Asylum with the normal admission pass, but with the Insanity Pass with the glow necklace that you signed the waiver for, that one, they can separate you from your group. At one point, Shelly was taken from us, and Terry was taken from us at one point, so definitely was a lot of fun. I always enjoy the main administration building. It's always great to see the different Macabre Intentions costumes custom made for Pennhurst Asylum being used, because they use them so well. They are so perfectly used for these different scenes. They had a custom doll character that you actually see on all the marketing for the Valentine's Day event. She was in that doll scene. That was awesome. And after that, you see a doll scene where this massive doll is choking this poor woman. So it was absolutely insane, the Pennhurst Asylum building. There's so much to see, so many different scenes. At some points, the patients are warning you about the doctors, and they say, don't tell them I'm on the loose. And at some points, it looks like people are their heads are being drilled on, like surgery. And other points, it looks like they're being electrocuted with like shock therapy. And there is so much to see in that administration building. The whole gross bathtub scene is disgusting, where the scare actress in there acts like she's going to give you a sponge bath, putting a sponge on your neck. They actually did that to Jared. They have these props of these larger men in these baths, and it's insane. There is a lot to see in that administration building, and they had custom notes all over the place for Valentine's Day. They had different hearts everywhere and different notes, and it looked like they had custom made every single one of them and had them throughout all these different scenes. It was excellent to see Buffalo Bill in one of the scenes at the very beginning. There was a scare actor portraying Buffalo Bill with custom airbrushing on his chest and everything. He looked exactly like him. And he said the iconic lines, the more vulgar lines that Buffalo Bill says. He said them, and he said to Shelly those different lines. And he was totally in character. He was doing a great job, and they're playing Goodbye Horses. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved going through the administration building. So yeah, I just had such a wonderful time. I'm so happy they changed it up and made it different with the soundtrack and all the actors, and their skit lines were all different, and the more provocative nature with the 18 plus event. So it's definitely a very different experience than a normal haunt season. So right after the administration building, you go to the Morgue attraction, and that attraction, you go down these steps into this creepy basement, and that leads you into all these grungy, dank scenes. And one of my favorite scenes for that attraction was definitely the first scene, where you go past these grungy sets, and this vampire was in there, and she had the fangs on and the red eyes and everything, and she was going insane. And she had actually taken somebody with a glow necklace and put them in this cage and said, you can't get out of this cage until this whole audience of people, this group of people, says you danced well enough. And she had music playing, and that was hilarious. That was such a unique interaction, so different than normal events. So I'm happy they did that. Definitely gave Lost Boys vibes. And then eventually, and at first, the person he was with said he didn't dance well enough. And she said, okay, you're just going to stay here. And then she said, go ahead. And then she was like, and then the person that said you didn't dance well enough was like, wait a second, I'll give him another chance. And then everybody cheered for him, and then she let him out. So that was just so fun. That was such a unique interaction, definitely different. It added to it, and it was a special interaction just for the Valentine's Day event and made it different than the normal haunt season. So I really enjoyed that. And going along, just like the administration building, they had custom Valentine's Day theming throughout it. Sometimes you had to push past hearts, these hanging different props of hearts and things, and it was such a good time in there. As always, it's very detailed with all the different custom props from Ghost Ride. At one point, there was a scare actress sitting on a slab with this prop of Ghost Ride of a larger gentleman with his intestines sticking out, and she said, does anybody want to eat some intestines? And the intestines were really just gummy worms in a cup, but she said, anyone want to eat any intestines? And no one was saying yes. So I was like, sure, I'll do it. And she's like, why doesn't anyone want to eat any intestines? And I was like, sure, I'll do it. And she was like, okay. And then she gave me this cup that had gummy worms in it. So I got to have 2 gummy worms. So it's like, I love that interactivity, that whimsical nature mixed with the scary and the gross out factor of it all. I thought that was so fun. It was definitely a different experience than I had during the 2024 haunt season. So I like that they changed that up. Lots of really detailed props in there from Ghost Ride on these different slabs. At one point you go past the morgue and they have the feet on the trays moving around. At one point there was a scare actor that I had incorrectly thought he was eating a foot, and he joked with me and said, sure, I'm eating it. And he was actually acting like he was licking it. So that was funny. So All kinds of crazy scare acting in there. The vampires in the whole test tube area were insane. The one scare actor, because he saw I had the glow necklace, came right up to me and grabbed my neck right here, and he said he was going to suck the blood from my neck, and all that was crazy. So that scene with the mobile vampires there very much had Lost Boys vibes, and the soundtrack, just like the administration building, was changed up. Different whimsical love songs in there, very over the top scare acting from everybody. And throughout every attraction, they had different scare actors wanting you to dance to the different songs with them, and it was definitely fun. It was a good mix of scares and the whimsical vibe. I think the most upbeat of the three attractions was the Morgue, but every single one of them still had that dang creepy atmosphere of Pennhurst Asylum, added with all these good quality props and Ghost Ride and Rib effects and all these good quality props and environments you're going through with the animatronics and everything. And then those scare actors just bring it to the next level with that really good quality scare acting and making it a good quality experience for you. So, and at the end, you get to see this massive zombie animatronic coming at you from Gore coming at you with strobes coming at you, trying to grab you. So that was awesome. So, really good ending to the Morgue. Always a great time in there. Right after that, you go up the steps, and that'll then take you to the entrance to the tunnels, otherwise known as Containment. They did that, renamed it Containment for a while because it was more of a sci-fi vibe in mobile parts of the attraction. And you go down those steps, and from the very beginning, there was scare actors in there talking to us, messing with Jared, and you go in there, and at mobile points in there from the very beginning to the end, there were parts where it was very fogged out. You had no idea where you're going. I was completely just following my group of people in there, and yeah, it was really wild in there. And that is actually one of the attractions where Shelly actually got separated from us. At one point, a scare actress took her and put her in a cage, closed the door on her, and said, "You can't be let out until you say you're a pretty princess and you kiss something." I forget what she said. Kiss something like kiss people or something like that. Something along those lines. And Shelly was like, "What do you want me to say?" And she tried to say it right. And then she said it wrong. And she said, "You have to stay here." And she was messing with her. And then we kept on going because she said, "Keep going." And everyone kept going. We kept going. And it was all the people going through the attraction. We kept going. So then we were flat out isolated from her and we lost her. And we didn't see her until the very end of the attraction, the tunnels attraction. So that's a very unique interaction that you don't have during the normal haunt season, special for just this event. So I really enjoyed that. I thought that was awesome. They changed it up and actually did separate you like they said they would with this glow necklace. We kept on going. Lots of very unique sets in there. I love the vault scene where it looks like the vault door is open with a massive wheel. It looks like it's open, and you go in, and it's a warp tunnel where it's all these red lights, streams of lights going from minispotlight.com. And when you went in there, they had these decorations of these different hearts hanging from the ceiling, like you'd see from a party store, and you're pushing through those, and you see this vault, and they have the soundtrack booming and blasting in there, and at points there's spider mutants in there. It's just so immersive. The environments are so well built in there, and I love that if you touch the walls when you're going through, because at points it's very dark, so you can touch the walls to feel where you're going, and it is very dark. And when you're going through and doing that, the walls feel gritty. So at no point do you not feel like the walls are part of Pennhurst Asylum. Even if they are sets they built, you still feel that immersion level. You still feel the grit on it. Like that attention to detail is what sets Pennhurst Asylum from the rest. It is so good quality, so well done, and they keep the natural graffiti that is on some of the walls of the tunnels as well. And at one point there's a vortex tunnel you walk through, and it's UV lit and it's very bright. And then this attraction, I was actually given a rose. One scare actor had mobile roses, faux roses with some fake blood splattered on the top of them. They were white roses, so you could see the fake blood on it. And he was giving it to mobile people. He had a whole bouquet of them, and he was going around looking at mobile people, and he looked at my entire group, minus Shelly because she was separated from us, but she was looking at Terry, Jared, and I, talking to all of us, giving us our own separate, unique interactions, and he said that I smelled nice and gave me one. So I thought that was hilarious. That was great, and we kept on going, so I was holding this rose throughout the whole attraction. And then another scare actor. This area was very foggy and strobe lit, but we could still see the scare actors talking to us and everything. And then one scare actor had a silicone heart, a prop heart, and he was telling Jared he wanted him to hold it. And he had Terry hold it, and both of them were holding it. And then he put a sticker, like a heart sticker, on their fingers and on their hand. And it was actually harder to get that off at the end of the night because it was a snowy night, a rainy night. So that sticker actually adhered to their hand when they took it off later at night. So that was funny. That happened. So definitely a very unique experience with all this interactivity, added interactivity because of the glow necklace with the more extreme option, with the intensity option. And we keep on going. And at one point, one of the scare actresses actually grabbed Terry, a female scare actor, and she actually took her into the dark, completely away from us. And we were like, oh, great, now Terry's gone. Now it's just Jared and I. And then the scare actress and another scare actor were yelling out to him, saying, come get your girl, come get your partner. And they're like, you're a crappy boyfriend. You can't even help your girl in the dark. And Terry is in the dark and the fog, like, I can't see anything. And then Jared walks over to her and gets her. And that was so much fun, so interactive. These unique experiences you have, these unique interactions that are different than the normal haunt season, set this event apart, made it different, and it was a blast, absolute blast in there. And the scare actors were so interactive. You got to see more Macabre Intentions costumes in there, and there's so many cool disorienting effects in there, ranging from the fog to the strobe effects to all these different props. At one point, it looks like you're going through a boiler room and they have air effects blasting on you, and there's just so much to see in these attractions. They're so immersive. The set design is beautiful. The scare acting is excellent with really good quality makeup, and these special interactions for this Valentine's Day event. And it was just so good, so well done. Easily one of my best experiences at Pennhurst Asylum. Had an absolute blast with my friends going through. Everyone around us were getting scared. Some scare actors would mess with the people behind me. They were scaring this one woman and messing with her, and it was just so much fun. Absolute blast going through all the attractions at Pennhurst Asylum. And that actually leads you right into their new gift shop. So it's a brand new themed area they have. They have this custom dragon animatronic in there that moves from time to time. And they have these custom photo op of these different witches with cauldrons. They actually put some Valentine's Day theming on there for the event. And that was a lot of fun. I was very happy they had a full storefront with different custom shirts for Pennhurst Asylum and more Halloween-themed merch as well, and these photo ops, and it was a lot of fun. They had a whole counter and all the prices and everything, and it was well lit so you could see it. And they did have some custom merch for this event in particular. They had patches and some pins for this event for My Bloody Valentines, and they also had, like, this logo, and they also had some Valentine's Day themed merch as well for men and women. So definitely a great event. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So right after the gift shop, there's very clear signage telling you where to go if you are a VIP pass holder, and it'll tell you right where to go, and that's where we went for the exclusive speakeasy. And this was fully themed out. They had a full bar, and it was very pretty. They actually had this at East Coast Haunted Convention last year, and they were testing it out and had this photo op with it, and they put that in there, and it's beautiful. It's custom made with a really nice glowing sign that says Pennhurst, and it's a really nice display. And like I said earlier, the bartenders were fully decked out with really nice outfits for Valentine's Day, and they look like vampires. There was mobile themed cocktails and drinks. I got a mocktail version of one of them that I think was called the Vampire's Kiss, something along those lines, and that was good. It was a good mocktail. I like that. All the tables were custom made for Pennhurst, and they had it glossy with the logo on there of the administration building, like the temple of it, like the peak of it that everyone knows, the iconic part of that structure. And that was really neat. I really liked that. And there was a custom photo op in there from Original Sin Design of these vampires that already sucked people's blood out because you could see the blood running down their necks. And they also had the prop from Original Sin Design that looks like a man has been turned into a violin. It's absolutely insane. I'll have pictures of it in this video. Those props were next level, really good quality from Original Sin Design. Shout out to Anthony and his entire crew. They always do an excellent job with their props. And you could get your picture with that photo op. And you also could do the 360 video that I did with Shelly's. It definitely will be a different experience in the speakeasy during the Halloween season. It will be different. They'll change up those photo ops for sure to make it different for you for the scary Halloween season. And I can't wait to see what they do in the future. That was definitely a lot of fun. I definitely could see how they could change it up and add more decorations in the future. But what they have right now was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So after the VIP speakeasy, we went to the general mission one, and it was still themed out, fully decked out. They had a singer in there, and there was a band, and they had a whole table set up with these different options where you could get chicken fingers and like buffalo mac and cheese. And we enjoyed the vibe in there and all the custom theming. So they definitely do excel at theming at Pennhurst with these different environments, whether it's in the attractions or these different settings with the speakeasies. It's definitely a great time, all themed out to Valentine's Day, and you could hear other people talking about their experiences and what they liked, and it was just a really good time. And we looked at everything and got pictures and videos and everything that we wanted for it so we could share it with you guys. And then we left, and we all had a great time, said goodbye to everybody, and we went along our way, and we had a great night out at Pennhurst Asylum. Pennhurst Asylum always puts on a legendary performance due to their excellent scare acting. They definitely do a really good job with that. Excellent management, and they always do a really good job with security. Make sure you're safe. Thank you very much to Jim Warner for heading that, making sure everything's safe with the security there. There are chicken exits for you, and they let you know that there are, and the security on standby at all times, making sure you're safe. And all times you can see the exit signs where you can leave the attractions if you are too scared or you feel like you need to for medical reasons. They are there to help you, but still provide a scary, excellent experience for you. And also that new ending to the tunnel was incredible with the new spider cave they made, where it looks like you're going past all these spider eggs and all these spider mutants are coming after you, and they look like they're eating all these bodies and coming right at you. I actually got startle scared in there because this massive mutant animatronic came right at me and grabbed me and touched my arm. Like, that was insane. That was an excellent ending. I saw them working on that opening night during haunt season, and then seeing it completed, it was insane. That was an excellent ending. I love that because you have that sci-fi theming to the tunnels already with all the control boards and the different video effects you see in there, and then you get that ending. That was incredible. So definitely check out Pennhurst Asylum. You will always have a great time. There's so much to see there. All the attractions are really well done. The scare actors are going to do a great job, and you will have a great time. That was the Haunt Informer. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put up a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I am on social media, and you can find all those links below. And tell me which one of the attractions was your favorite at this event. Tell me all about that in the comments below. And as always, happy hauntings.